this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play in the end.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a first down as well.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Right back to Sanders on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He was brought down.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Gain of a yard.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Miles Sanders with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
Kick is good.
And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
Ravens nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Derek Brown in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
What we got?
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. He's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
On second down, Eckler. And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Third down.
Let's go, D. Mike, check. 59. Watch the slap. Easy. Ricky.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie A.J. Terrell. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Forced out to his left. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They fake the give. Newton steps away to his left. Left side here to Sanders. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. Second down. It's a second down run with Sanders. And they'll get him down right around the 16. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the 8-yard line.
Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. They'll run with Sanders. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 4th down, Newton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Curtis Samuel, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
His kick is
It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think of...
Accelerating, and off he goes. 30, 20, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. And that one makes it 14-7.
Good. Makes the score Jaguars 14. Ravens.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Dancing to his left. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Newton throwing again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
To Miles Sanders.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
2nd and 5.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Cam on the option. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2nd down and goal.
2nd down and goal. Newton escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. They started on the ground with Eckler. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Kaepernick to throw on second down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This time they stay on the ground. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Now Kaepernick sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. A final shot before the break. Newton. On the run, he'll let it go. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Off play action. Newton. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Now a throw here to his running back. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Miles Sanders with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Well, that big score all started with Cam being forced from the pocket, but when he's outside the pocket, it doesn't really bother him.
And part of that is the word you use, big, right? He bought extra time by moving outside of the pocket, which means receivers can get downfield farther, and Cam's got more than enough arm to find him, and we end up with a big play.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
of the gun, Eckler running it. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Complete to Austin Eckler.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
59 mark, 59 mark, check, 59.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Check 59.
They do go for it. It's Kaepernick. Being chased out left. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. On second and 15 now. Newton eluding the pressure right. Finding room to the 20.
And returning right back to Boykin.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Buying time to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
11-yard line.
Mike spot 9, Mike spot 9. And here we go, watch the pass.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by the rookie A.J. Terrell.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 46 yards. From the red zone now, Newton. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Curtis Samuel, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That's good.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle. It's Eckler again. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Ball carrier.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
March 59. March 59. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Kill.
They're going for it. It's Kaepernick.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
37-yard.
Here's Kaepernick to throw.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D.
Back at the 36-yard line.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Here we go. Here we go. Check.
Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
The 21-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. They'll roll him out right. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. But now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Newton, flush to his right. That's going to be caught by Samuel. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
That, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah. I like that. Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Flushed out right. He gets it to Brown, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Jacksonville.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And a coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Here's Kaepernick. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Kaepernick.
Back to Brown, this time complete.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get Mitch Moores, the center there. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
Raven. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Kaepernick to throw again. Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. The 30. Past the 20. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Jaguars 49. Ravens 7.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
On first down, Kaepernick. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Eckler. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
2nd down.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17.
To throw, Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. And now here is another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Newton's going to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
10 yards.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
One final try for Kaepernick. We've seen this before. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.